Hey, good evening. It's John again to play some Immaculate Grid. Had a decent game yesterday, I think, as I recall, at least. Going for both that timed version and the rarity score. Let's get into it. Let's start playing. Let's see, and I have to share my screen. Because I was just sharing the relevant screen, but then you don't get this timer up here. So I guess I think this was the time version because I went with George Brett, but I had some really low rarity scores. I should have not done that. Ah, well. Hit and refresh and go. All right. Frank Thomas the first. Uh, Adam Dunn. Should be able to come up with someone there. 30 save season. I'm going to go with Rod Beck. Keith Folk. Kanye. Eric. Ooh, 40 double season. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's see here. Let's make sure we get a how about Aaron Harang? Play with both teams. All right. A with 40 doubles. Ooh, it's gonna run out on me. Sandberg? No. And it runs out. 40 doubles is such an oddball one. Oh man. Time's up and I didn't get it. I'm over a minute. Let's see here. 40 doubles, 40 doubles. Who's a Dodger who you would think would hit 40 doubles? How about Babe Herman that one year? Cool. And an athletic Al Simmons, I guess. Unless I want to use him for the bottom left next time. Tejada, maybe? Oh, Giambi definitely did it in that '01 season. They even say it in Moneyball. They say 47 doubles, takes 22% in just under 2 minutes with a miss. So that's bad. That's probably the worst timed one I've had. I'm gonna see if I mean I should be able to beat it, but let's see here. Finding that. And this was the rarity score one from yesterday. See, like this was worse than Brian McRae. Anyway, hit and refresh. Let's try to go for a decent rarity score, having botched it. So Ryan Sandberg did not work for the Cubs in 40 doubles. In the meantime, we can try to get 30 saves. Beck took 10%. I want to say Borowski. Well, he had a big year with the Cleveland, but he was also in Chicago at one point. Um, Wade Davis had a 30 save season in 2017, I think. Not sure if Carlos Marmol ever got there. Randy Myers definitely works. Lee Smith works, and I think Bruce Sutter works. I think of those, I'm going to go Wade Davis, actually, even though he's fairly recent. Takes 4%. Um, and now we're at the Dodgers. Um, how do we feel about Todd Worrell? I think Kenley Jansen is going to be the top person here. I think Worrell will be single digits at least, 3%. Keith Falk was a pretty good pick. Billy Koch will work. Obviously, Eckersley is going to work. Raleigh Fingers, I'm pretty sure is going to work. But Fingers, I'm not even that confident because he came from the fireman days. In the fireman days, a reliever went, multiple innings, but didn't necessarily finish the game to get the save. Um, I'm pretty sure Fingers did save over 30 games with the A's. He regularly saved over 30 with the Padres, I think all 3 years he was there, or at least two of them. And with the Brewers, I don't think he ever did. Of course, one of those years was actually 2 years he were shortened, I think. Um, anyway, that's just some fun facts. I skipped over this one at first, but Ernie Lombardi works. Goes .2. That's right. I need to come up with another 30 save guy. Um, and so if we're not gonna use Eckersley, I'm actually not sure on Houston Street or Andrew Bailey if they ever got to 30 saves. Koch, I feel very confident about. He's the Moneyball closer. Isringhausen is the closer they actually talk about in the movie Moneyball. They actually never mention Billy Koch so much. He was traded for Eric Hinsky, who won the Rookie of the Year that year. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with him. He really only played 6 years, really? That's surprising. Intense look though. All right. Now I might have blown it by going with Frank Thomas on Reds Cubs. Um, by going with someone with just too good a rarity score. Bound to be someone. Randy Myers will work there, and Randy Myers also works here, so you could, make the case that he'd kind of slip off the radar a little bit. But he was a prominent member of the Nasty Boys 1990 championship team. They saved over 50 games for the Cubs one year. So that's why I'm hesitant to go that way. And then Reds, A's, I can go with Al Simmons, I suppose. I think Jose Rio actually works. I don't I think I'm correct on that. I think he did play for the A's before coming to the Reds. Oh wow, way too pop. I should go with Al Simmons. All right. I thought that was going to be way sneakier. Joe Morgan also would have worked. Um, bummer. Feel silly about that one. I had Al Simmons all primed and ready to go, but I wanted to change it up. Um, let's see. We got to be able to come up with a hubby that did this. Um, Hornsby maybe. Not sure on like a Hack Wilson or a Hank Sauer, Billy Williams. These are all logical people to do it. Not sure on Bryant or Riz. I'm not sure about anybody getting that many doubles. Let's try Randy Myers, see how popular he is. 2%, not bad. Other choices, Garvey maybe, Duke Snyder. Not sure on Jackie Robinson. I went with Babe Herman as my guess. 40 doubles is such an oddball one because, yeah, it's not like you don't remember 40 doubles. It doesn't stick the way 50 home runs or 40 home runs does. At least not for me. Maybe for some people, but not for me. Um, yeah, just all across the board. I'm just not. I got Giambi down there because it was mentioned in Moneyball. I was wrong on Sandberg and Babe Herman. I know hit 390, and I don't think he hit a ton of home runs. So I think a lot of those were doubles. That was just kind of my rough assessment there. Um, I want to say Zaki Medwick, who did hit a lot of doubles for the Cardinals, went to the Dodgers at some point, but I'm not sure he got to 40 doubles there either. um, Other option would be Tommy Davis in 1962. Only hit 25 home runs, but had like 150 or so RBI. It would seem to me he would get to 40 doubles. Let's try Tommy Davis. Maybe it's Tommy Davis. That looks right. But it's not. These guys, 40 doubles. Mark Grace, he takes 24%. His rarity score is great. Probably going to be higher on this one than the other one, which I also lost. Ah, well, I don't know. Al Simmons, show me Al Simmons. Al Simmons works. Let's just take a look at Dodger seasons to get to 40 doubles. I mean, Freeman, I guess I knew. I could have offered him up, but so like Sean Green surprises me because he also was hitting. I guess he hit 49 and 44 doubles in the years he didn't hit over 40 home runs for the Dodgers. In 01 and 02, he hit over 40 home runs. In 03 and 2000, he hit 20-ish home runs with 40 plus doubles. That's kind of interesting. Mondesi, the year he went 30-30, Karros at exactly 40. Billy Herman, in addition to Babe Herman. Zach Wheat. That's a name I haven't seen in a while, but I recall learning at one point. It's just like, yeah, none of these. There's a gap here between Dixie Walker, who hits 8 home runs, 124 RBI. This is a season that is worth looking into. Dixie Walker hits 8 home runs with 124 RBI. If I'd known that season at all, because it's pretty rare for someone to drive in that many runs with that few of home runs. Although Billy Herman, 2 and 100, that's pretty impressive. Anyway, if you know that, you're just like, well, yeah, he'd have over 40 doubles. Not surprising Billy Herman also works, because if you're going to get to 100 RBI on 2 home runs, well, you got to get some extra base hits somewhere, you'd think. Adrian Gonzalez, James Loney sneaking in there. James Loney with 10 home runs is a first baseman with a 329 on base percentage. Okay. It's just a weird one. Why did I have Marquise Grissom up? Did I look up Marquise Grissom yesterday? I must have. Huh. Johnny Frederick, 52, 1929. Never heard of him. All right. Well, a little bit of humble pie for me. I hope this was enjoyable for you all. Keep posting the scores. Everyone should beat me today. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.